Hi beautiful, welcome back. For today's video, I am going to finally do a first impression slash review on the new collaboration between L'Oreal Paris and Karl Lagerfeld. I have a few products from the line. I was not able to purchase all of it because one, I didn't feel the need to purchase the eyeliner because I personally have stopped using liquid eyeliner. So also there's I think 6 shades of lipstick and I was only able to get 2 shades, which is perfect because I have one kind of a neutral pinky nude and a fun pop of color red lip. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. So this collection recently launched at Farmers Department Store. I would say about 2 weeks ago. I was not able to purchase it firsthand because I wasn't sure if it's going to be worth it, because this palette alone right here is around 45 New Zealand dollars, and that's very expensive. I could easily purchase a palette with maybe 18 shades for roughly half the price, but this is what it looks like. I personally love the packaging because Karl Lagerfeld is very chic. This palette right here is very rocker chic. So this is what it looks like. It comes with a decent mirror. Now I have tried L'Oreal's eyeshadows before and they're pretty decent. They're quite blendable, though sometimes their formula can be a little bit too powdery that it goes everywhere, like it doesn't really stay put to your eyes. So this is what the shades. I personally love the shimmer shades because it has like different sparkles to it. It's not just a one-dimensional shade, and it comes with 4 mattes. So you have this 3 right here plus the black, which I reckon is really good because oftentimes it's kind of hard to get a black eyeshadow in an eyeshadow palette, especially for the drugstore. I do also love the fact that it has Karl's signature in the middle, but that embossing will definitely disappear once I swatch it. So we are going to move on to swatching the mattes first. So they feel quite soft on the hand. Okay, so these are the swatches. Obviously you can't really tell the first shade, which is like a beigey peachy tone, because it basically disappeared on my skin tone, but the rest, here it is. This one swatches a little bit patchy, but that doesn't really tell me a lot about the shade because it's all about how it performs on the eyes. And I am going to swatch the shimmer shade. So there's 5 in here. I've rubbed off the Karl signature already. Luckily enough, I've already taken a photo of the palette. So these shimmers are a little bit sheer. So this is what it looks like. Especially these 2 right here. It looks a little bit more like glitter as opposed to it like being a full-on shade. But I mean, it's pretty because this eyeshadow palette supposedly is like Parisian inspired, so we do know that Parisian beauty is more on like less is more, and all these shadows right here you could definitely use on its own, which is really good. So moving along to the rest of the products, I have a mascara. I'm really sad to open this because I don't like wasting product, but here is the wand. So I think it comes with a plastic wand. I really love plastic wand because it really combs the lashes. And then I have the highlighter, which looks like this. And this one, I don't know the shade of this because it doesn't really tell me, but basically there's only one highlighter shade. So this is what it looks like. So it has 2 different shades. It has the top right here, which is a little bit light, and we have the kind of golder shade or bronzier shade, which is in the middle. So these are the highlighter. And if I were to mix those 2 together, it creates a rose gold highlight, which is that one right there. This highlighter feels so soft to the touch. And for the lips, I have one nude and one red. So the lipstick feels, because I swatched this at the store, it's very sheer. It's like a cream sheen formula from MAC, but this is a lot sheerer. As you can see, it's more of like a balm, and it smells just like any other L'Oreal lipstick formula. It reminds me a lot more of the YSL Rouge Volupshine, which I have right here. The formula of this is a little bit balmy as well and quite sheer. It's that one right there. So if I were to put them next to each other, you definitely can't tell which is which, but yeah. So that's an easy dupe for the YSL Rouge Volupshine. We are going to start off with a highlighter because I've already got my base. I am currently doing a foundation showdown, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to mix both. Ooh, it's a little bit powdery. I personally have not tried any L'Oreal highlighter, so I can't really compare it to the other products, but oh my, this shade reminds me a lot more of the Fenty Beauty highlighter, because that one's quite soft as well, and it gives like a similar vibe. And I love that it comes with a mirror too. Packaging is very on point, it's very chic. For the eye look today, I've already primed my eyes, but I honestly don't know what to do. I kind of wanted to either use this shade right here or this shade. So it's that one right there. It looks more like gunmetal, whereas the other one, which is this one right here, looks a lot softer. So I think I might go for that one. So for transition shade, I am going to pick up this shade right here. This palette actually has got shade names, but you're gonna have to peel off the sticker. I personally don't want to do that because I really want to see this. If you guys are curious, this collection is made in Italy, which is very bougie already. I think that explains the price. So I'm just going to buff this on my lid. So this eyeshadow palette is very cool toned. This shade right here immediately looks a lot more gray than the pan. It has more taupey undertone. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of the shade right here with the same brush. It has a little bit more of that pink mauve undertone. And I'm going to go in the shade right here. It's very pigmented and it surprisingly blends really good. My only problem with L'Oreal eyeshadow is that if you blend too much, the pigment disappears. So how I manage to use the L'Oreal eyeshadow is that I would pack on the color and just slightly blend it, because once you blend the eyeshadow too much, it kind of like disperses in thin air and you get like a weird patch. Whereas if you were to stamp the eyeshadow first and get majority of it and then blend ever so slightly, then you'll get the pigmentation that you need. This has the same vibe as the Very Much L'Oreal eyeshadow that I did a review on. So I'm going to go back with a transition shade that we used before, just to fluff out every little lines that we have. And I'm going to pick up the black shade with the same brush and kind of just put that on the outer V, just to have that cool tone a little bit. And I am going to go back to that maroon shade that we use and stamp that. And for the lower lash line, I'm going to drag the same shade, which is the berry shade, kind of avoiding the inner corner a little bit, and dip into a little bit of black just on this side. And for the lid, I am going to pick up this shade right here, which is so pretty. It's like a nice bronzy shade. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of that peachy shimmer shade with the same brush and apply that on the inner part of my eye to brighten things up. And I'm going to use the same shimmer and apply that on the lower lash line. And for the inner corner highlight, I'm going to try, and actually I'm going to use the highlighter, the face highlighter that we use. I am going to use the black shade and add a little bit of tight line on my lashes. The only L'Oreal mascara that I've tried is the Lash Paradise, and I didn't really enjoy that mascara because the wand is so big and it didn't really give me what I needed. So I'm interested to see how this looks on my lashes. It has a little bit of a moussey formula. It gave my lashes a little bit of length and a little bit of volume as well. Like, it created a nice wispy look for my lashes. And I'm not hating it. I actually love the one because the size is not too big that you could stab your eye. But this mascara is a little bit expensive. It's like $30 for a mascara. It's not a lot, but I really want to create a soft glam makeup look using this because it's very chic. And normally, like when you see models off runway, they don't really wear heavy eye makeup look. So this is the type of look that I am kind of into. So now we are going to move on to the lipstick. I am going to first try the red to see what it would look like on my lips, and if I hate it, then it's not gonna be too much of a hassle because I have a backup. I'm not going to line my lips for this one. This shade right here is called Provocative. It's more on the orange red side rather than it being cool tone. The packaging is great. The cap is pretty cool because it has Kyle's face embossed in it, which is a nice touch. The scent, however, kind of puts me off. It's like old lady like. So here is what the makeup looks like with the red lips. I'm actually not mad about it, though I feel like it would look a lot better with a cooler tone look. Like if I were to use that blue shade, it will look a lot better, but this is not bad. Like, I feel like if I have a really light makeup and an eyeliner, it will look amazing. It's actually relatively easy to apply though. This kind of formula, I would suggest wearing a lip liner because it will bleed once you talk or wear it throughout the day. I'm very sloppy when it comes to applying lipstick. I'm just not good. So now we are going to move on to the other shade, which is more of a neutral shade. Nude shade is called Cultured with a K, and this is what it looks like, and this is the type of lipstick I'm all for because I'm not a fan of like really bold lips. Oh yes. Oh my gosh, it's like my actual lip color but better. And the formula feels so moisturizing on the lips, which is very rare. And it feels very luxe, though I don't like the scent. But I'm obsessed with this lipstick shade. So here is my final makeup look. If I were to choose which one is my favorite, I would have to say the highlighter is my most favorite out of the collection that I've purchased. Second one is the mascara. Surprisingly enough, this mascara is great. It doesn't feel like gloppy or heavy on my lashes, which is sometimes the case when you pile up a lot of mascara. It like doesn't flake off, and I'm rubbing it and nothing is flaking. The eyeshadow palette is okay. I mean, I have definitely used a drugstore eyeshadow palette that costs less and performs just as great as this one. But if you're a makeup collector and if you're obsessed with like limited edition stuff, I would recommend this because it's very chic. You could actually travel with this eyeshadow as well. The one that I'm wearing right now, it's kind of like a soft glam. So if you're into that kind of look, then maybe grab this eyeshadow palette. Just wait till this eyeshadow palette goes on sale because it's not reasonable to pay $45 like I did, especially for a drugstore. As for the lipsticks, I'm not really a fan of like bullet lipsticks anymore. I'm into a gloss, but if you're looking for an affordable lipstick, I would highly recommend L'Oreal Paris in general because they do have a lot of shades and the formula is comparable to YSL Rouge Volupte Shine, though I don't really like the scent. It really puts me off. But these two right here, I purchased this mainly because it's part of the collection and also it's something different. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and until next time, bye.